Bush daughters give Obama's sisters advice in open letter. President Barack Obama and his family will be leaving the White House soon, and the daughters of former President George W. Bush sent a letter to Malia and Sasha, giving them advice as they leave Washington. In the letter published on Time Thursday, the Bush twins, who are now 35, tell Malia and Sasha Obama that as former first children, they'll be taking a position they didn't seek and one with no guidelines. You will be writing the story of your lives, beyond the shadow of your famous parents, yet you will always carry with you the experiences of the past 8 years, wrote Barbara Bush and Jenna Bush Hager. We have watched you grow from girls to impressive young women with grace and ease, they wrote. Bush and Hager encouraged Malia and Sasha to enjoy college and make mistakes. Learn who you are. Make mistakes, you are allowed to. They also discussed their family-like rapport with the Secret Service staff. We stay in touch with our Secret Service. They were part of growing up for us, there for first dates, first days, and even an engagement and a honeymoon. We know it wasn't always easy. The two of you and the two of us were teenagers trailed by men in backpacks, but they put their lives on hold for us, they wrote. The Obama family is set to leave the White House 1 week from today. Bush twins write heartfelt letter to Obama's sisters. Washington President George W. Bush's twin daughters are offering advice to Malia and Sasha Obama, who are soon to join them in the ranks of former first kids. We have watched you grow from girls to impressive young women with grace and ease, wrote Barbara Bush and Jenna Bush Hager in an open letter published by Time magazine. The Bush daughters, who first became familiar with the White House during the presidency of their grandfather, George H.W. Bush, recalled returning to the executive mansion in 2008 as young women to show the Obama girls around. They said they had more advice now that the Obamas are moving into a new chapter of their lives. Now you are about to join another rarefied club, one of former first children, a position you didn't seek and one with no guidelines, the Bushes wrote. But you have so much to look forward to. You will be writing the story of your lives, beyond the shadow of your famous parents, yet you will always carry with you the experiences of the past 8 years. They conceded the experience of growing up in the White House wasn't always pleasant, marked by tight security and constant criticism from political opponents. But they wrote that developing relationships with the permanent staff in the residence had helped them adjust, and said they maintained contact with their Secret Service agents, who they said put their lives on hold for us. You have lived through the unbelievable pressure of the White House, the Bush daughters wrote. You have listened to harsh criticism of your parents by people who had never even met them. You stood by as your precious parents were reduced to headlines. Your parents, who put you first and who not only showed you but gave you the world. As always, they will be rooting for you as you begin your next chapter. And so will we. This is not the first time the sisters have written a letter to the Obama children. A similar note of encouragement was published in the Wall Street Journal in 2009. New York, December 13. Barbara Bush, L., and UNICEF Next Generation Chair Jenna Bush Hager attend the 3rd Annual UNICEF Masquerade Ball at the Angel Orensanz Foundation on December 13, 2012 in New York City. Photo by Stephen Lovkin / Getty Images for UNICEF. First daughters Malia, L., and Sasha, C., share a laugh on the ellipse of the National Mall December 3, 2015 in Washington, D.C. The first family was joined by celebrities and guests to light the national Christmas tree during an evening of performances. Photo credit, Jim Watson /AFP /Getty Images. Malia and Sasha Obama got lots of advice about life after the White House from Jenna Bush Hager and Barbara Bush. The Bush sisters wrote Malia and Sasha Obama this sweet letter. Dear Sasha and Malia. Bush sisters write letter to Malia and Sasha Obama, you have so much to look forward to. On Thursday, sisters Jenna Bush Hager and Barbara Bush, daughters of 43rd President George Bush, published a heartfelt letter in time to Malia and Sasha Obama offering them words of support for their post-White House life ahead. Malia and Sasha, 8 years ago on a cold November day, we greeted you on the steps of the White House, the letter begins. We saw both the light and weariness in your eyes as you gazed at your new home. The four of us wandered the majestic halls of the house you had no choice but to move into. The letter encourages the Obama sisters to look back on their 8 years as first children with appreciation, to take all that you have seen, the people you have met, the lessons you have learned, and let that help guide you in making positive change. That's what Barbara Bush did after meeting one tiny girl wearing her finest lavender dress waiting to get antiretroviral drugs, the letter says. After the experience, Barbara went back to school and changed her major, and her life's path, later becoming the co-founder and CEO of Global Health Corps. The Bush sisters suggest that Malia and Sasha, after living through the unbelievable pressure of the White House, enjoy college and pursue their passions. Learn who you are, they write. Make mistakes, you are allowed to. Continue to surround yourself with loyal friends who know you, adore you, and will fiercely protect you. Those who judge you don't love you, and their voices shouldn't hold weight. Rather, it's your own hearts that matter. This letter is not the first from the Bush sisters to the Obama sisters. They published another on January 20, 2009, the day of President Barack Obama's inauguration. Finishing off their farewell letter, the Bush sisters write, "You have listened to harsh criticism of your parents by people who had never even met them. You stood by as your precious parents were reduced to headlines. Your parents, who put you first and who not only showed you but gave you the world. As always, they will be rooting for you as you begin your next chapter. And so will we."